finalists in the water. A finalist we will announce behind the blocks. Otherwise, we will proceed at a breakneck speed, starting with event 7, the girls' 200-yard freestyle. C final. In lane 1, Liz Gabler, Edina. Lane 2, Sophie Katz, Edina. Lane 3, Isabel Lane of Aquajets. Lane 4, Bella Anholt, Lake Superior. Lane 5, Abby Wright, North Suburban. Lane 6, Lucia Freed, Tuna. Lane 7, Jordan Woodford of the Mantas. And lane 8, Audrey Crawford, Minnetonka. Audrey Crawford going out hot. Audrey with a salty 55.4. Two things can happen when you go out that fast, and one of them is good. And looks like Audrey may be grabbing a hold of the good one. Still splitting under 30. Lake Superior's Bella moving up. And Audrey hangs on. B final. Lane 1, Lily Sisson, Riptide. Lane 2, Isla George of Riptide. Lane 3, Taylor Hintz, South Metro Storm. Lane 4, Kaya Casey of Great Wolf. Lane 5, Vivian Lenzen, Riptide. Lane 6, the other Vivian in the heat, Vivian Schott of Aquajets. Lane 7, Kara Gorzek of Great Wolf. And lane 8, Bree Harvey, Minnetonka. Eric Gorzek looking really good in lane 7. Only 9/10 of a second separate all of the qualifying times in this heat. And Kara posts a 153.2. And now, let's meet the swimmers in the A final. Swimming in lane 1 from Riptide, Madeline Jennen. In lane 2 from South Metro Storm, Peyton Hultgren. In lane number 3 from Aqua Jets, she was a silver medalist at the high school AA a couple of weeks ago, Macy Malinsky. In lane number 4, top qualifier from Aqua Jets, she was second in Class A high school meet, Grayson Andreen. In lane 5, our top returner from last year and the Class AA champion from Storm, Lexi Tippy. In lane 6, from Rochester, Julia Ogren. Lane 7 from Central Minnesota, Izzy Westling. And lane 8 from Riptide, Marion Colwaite. Grayson and Lexi hit the futures cut in their prelim swims this morning. But you got the sense that a number of our top swimmers just knew how fast they needed to go to get in the A final. And Julia, Lexi, and Grayson all right together with Macy. Grayson right there. Lexi by a hair. And Lexi with a 150.21. 150.68. Julia Ogren also with a futures cut. Our next event, the boys 200-yard freestyle. C final. In lane 1, Cam Seach of Velocity. Lane 2, Ethan Bird, West Express. Lane 3, Peyton McGuire, Aqua Jets. Lane 4, Kipton Helmrich, Great Wolf. Lane 5, Finn Novak of Sams. Lane 6, Zach Moore, Great Wolf. Lane 7, Liam McAuliffe of Edina. And in lane 8, going out like a shot, Grant Slavsky of Mako. Ran 49.4 at the 100. And here comes Kipton Helmrich, nice 26.6. Third 50. And a 143.2. 2-second drop for Kipton as he claims the C final. Here are the swimmers in the B final. B final. In lane 1, Rogan Ellis, North Suburban. Lane 2, Cole Ludo, Minnetonka. Lane 3, Ben Brassis, St. Croix. Lane 4, Rowan Irwin, Minnetonka. Lane 5, Joe Hemberger from Edina. Lane 6, Justin Ma, Min Flyers. Lane 7, Drew Rell, Minnetonka. And lane 8, Gabe Lenzen of Riptide. And Justin Ma, lane 6, popping out. Rogan Ellis of North Suburban does not want to let go in lane 1. And taking control is Justin. And there is a 141.95. A second and a half faster than he was this morning. And now here are the swimmers in the A final. Swimming in lane 1 from St. Croix, Grant McElwain. Lane 2 from North Suburban, Lucas McGann. Lane 3 from Aqua Jets, Ballard Brazil. Lane 4 from North Suburban, Danny Bai. In lane 5 from Central Minnesota, Charlie Bobick. In lane 6 from Minnetonka, Brix DeWitt. Lane 7 from North Suburban, Benno Schubauer. And lane 8 from Aqua Jets, Rohan D'Souza Larson. Allard Brazil, fast at the 50. But knocking on the door is Brooks DeWitt. Brooks was 6th in this event last year, one of our top returners. He was 4th in the high school meet. And Lucas McGann, our leader. Lucas came in with a 1:38 seed time, well under the futures cut. And a 1:39.11. Outstanding swim for Lucas McGann. Before we begin the backstroke, here are the top 8 finishers in the girls 200 freestyle. Finishing 8th, Madeline Jenin of Riptide. 7th, Izzy Westling of Central Minnesota. 6th, Peyton Hultgren of Storm. 5th, Marion Colwait, Riptide. 4th, Macy Malinsky, Aquajets. 3rd, Julia Ogren, Rochester. 2nd, Grayson Andreen. And our state champion for 2026, swimming a nice 150.21 from South Metro Storm. Congratulations, Lexi Chippy. We are ready now for the girls' 50 back. C final. Lanes 1 through 8, top to bottom. Bella Johnson, Sophie Dahl, Mara Nelson, Kaylee Van Ruden, Lucia Freed, Mackenzie Koffenberg, Avery Recker, and Shay Murphy. And Kaylee with the touch. B final. Lane 1 to 8, Isabel Koch, Ivella Umholt, Aspen Schieffer, Mia Doolittle, McKenna Searcy, Keely Wheeler, Olivia McClintock, and Elise Weingarten. And lane 4 again, and a sub 27, 26.93 for Mia Doolittle. And now, the swimmers in your A final. In lane 1 from the Min Flyers, Aaliyah Lewick. Lane 2 from Storm, Janessa Sentiers. Lane 3 from St. Croix, Alana Biebel. In 4 from Minnetonka, Lauren Kilalea. In lane 5 from St. Croix, the 13-1400 back champ last year, Claire Christensen. In lane 6 from South Metro Storm, Maddie Perrant. Lane 7 from Aqua Jets, Megan Gillard. And lane 8 from Blackline, Anna Sierzen. A final. And Claire Christensen jumps from the 13-14 age group and in her first senior championship drops at 26.18, a futures cut. Congratulations. Here are the top 8 finishers in the boys 200 freestyle. In 8th, Benno Schubauer, North Suburban. 7th, Ballard Brazil, Aqua Jets. 6th, Grant McElwain, St. Croix. 5th, Rohan D'Souza Larson, Aqua Jets. 4th, Charlie Bobbick, Central Minnesota. 3rd, Brix DeWitt, Minnetonka. 2nd, Danny Bly, North Suburban. And our 2026 state champ in the 2 free with a 139.11 from North Suburban, Lucas McGann. And we are ready now for the boys 50 back. C final. Top to bottom, Ty Preisler, Alex McElwain, Justin Mao, Andy Wachek, Hudson Zilke, Parker Mann, Alex Meyer, and Thomas Grovender. And at the touchpads first, Andy Wachek, 24.90. Hey, coaches, do not forget the deadline, 7 o'clock. That's about 5.5 minutes from right now. Time trial requests must be in, and swimmers to swim the 500 free tonight, those swimmers must be in Linda's hands by 7 o'clock. B final. In lane 1, Axel Smith with Ben Brassis, Maddox Acevedo, Thomas Foss, Parker Miller, Reese Hansen, Sam Swanson, and Camden Rather. And we're so glad we have electronic timing. Thomas Foss by 100th of a second over Reese and 2 3/100ths ahead of Parker. And now let's meet the A finalists Lane 1 from Tuna, Dante Framke. Lane 2 from South Metro Storm, Owen Baudette. Lane 3 from North Star, Wyatt Madsen. Lane 4, already with the Futures cut, River Falls Mason Sowell. In lane 5, Minnetonka, Ben Jobs. Lane 6 from Aquajets, Braxton Helmers. 7, West Express, Sam Quam. And lane 8 from Rochester, Andrew Linden. A final. A final. Both Mason and Ben Jobs in lane 5. Good underwaters off the start. And Ben longer underwater. And a 22.69. Futures cut. Only 2/10 away from the juniors. Here are the medalists in the girls 50 back. In 8th from South Metro Storm, Janessa Sentiers. 7th, Black Line, Anna Sierzen. 6th from Storm, Maddie Perrant. 5th from Aquajets, Megan Gillard. 4th from the Flyers, Aaliyah Lewick. 3rd, St. Croix, Alana Biebel. 2nd from Minnetonka, Lauren Kililea. And the 2026 state champion in the 50 back, with a winning time of 26.18 from St. Croix, Claire Christensen. Our next event is the girls' 100-yard breaststroke. C final. In lane 1, Mercy March of Fox Jets. Lane 2, Ellie Katz, Edina. Lane 3, Malia Johnson, Sems. Lane 4, Rachel Betts, Fox Jets. Lane 5, Ariana Outwait, Central Minnesota. Lane 6, Ainsley Francis, Velocity. And lane 7, Sophia Gilbertson, Aquajets. And in lane 8, Sierra Emery of Tuna. And it is Ainsley Francis of Velocity. Absolute last call for scratches and time trials and 500s. See Linda in the back room. B final. Lane 1, Izzy Westling, Central Minnesota. Lane 2, Bella Myris, St. Croix. Lane 3, Alana Gustin, Granite City. Lane 4, Carolyn DeLuca of Storm. Lane 5, Elena Gorski, Edina. Lane 6, Kate Walls, Central Minnesota. Lane 7, Avery Dewar, Central Minnesota. And lane 8, Corinna Ton of Rochester. And a nice 105.7. A lot of improvement in that heat. Here now, the swimmers in the A final. In lane 1, from North Star, Delaney Nelius. Lane 2, from Blackline, Mary Miller. Lane 3, the high school state champion. Second last year at our top returner, Logan Haverman. Lane 4 is our top qualifier. She was third in the 13-14 last year. From Storm, Aspen Schieffer. Lane 5, from Aqua Jets, our second fastest returner this year, Megan Listy. In lane 6, from Edina, fourth last year, Amira Wynn Inglesby. Lane 7, from Riptide, fifth last year, Audrey Saris. And lane 8, from Fox Jets, Lilia Roberts. Heat 3. This event is loaded, as you could tell from the introductions. And our second women's race in a row where a 13-14 swimmer aged up and qualified first. And Aspen pulling up just a hair slower than she was in the prelims this morning. Touching first at the 75, Logan Haverman, but right behind her, Megan Listy. At the flags, it's Logan. At the wall, it's Logan Haverman, 103.95. Here are the medalists in the boys 50 back. In 8th, Sam Calm, West Express. 7th, Owen Baudette, Storm. 6th, Andrew Linden of Rochester. 5th, Dante Framke, Tuna. 4th, Braxton Helmers, Aqua Jets. 3rd, North Stars, Wyatt Madsen. In 2nd, Mason Selwell of River Falls. And our 2026 state champ, the 50 back, with a 22.69 from Minnetonka, Ben Jobs. Our next event, it's the boys' turn to swim 100 breaststroke. Heat C final. Lane 1, Grant Slavsky at Mako. Lane 2, Luke Grosius of Velocity. Lane 3, Ethan Liu of Sems. Lane 4, his teammate Andrew Quing. Lane 5, Williams Zuo, Aqua Jets. Lane 6, Williams teammate Alex Persson. Lane 7, another breaststroker from Velocity, Sam Swanson. And lane 8, Carter Duncan of Granite City. And Andrew with a nice 59.57 milestone swim for Andrew. B final. Lane 1, Will Jabs. Minnetonka. Lane 2, Ellison Salk, Aquajets. Lane 3, Gabe Brodeen, Rochester. Lane 4, Aditya Nair, Hurricanes. Lane 5, Talon McFarland, Aquajets. Lane 6, Charlie Cutts of Storm. Lane 7, Daniel Scher, Tuna. And lane 8, Brody Vetch of Aquajets. And sneaking under the radar, lane 1, Will Jobs, inspired by his brother's earlier swim, 58.41 for Will. And now here are the swimmers in the A final. Swimming in lane 1, from Tuna, Wesley Anderson. Lane 2, from Alex, Andy Watzek. Swimming in lane 3, fourth last year from Tuna, Mason Krings. In lane 5, our defending champion from Aquajets, Rohan D'Souza Larson. Lane 5 from Lake Superior, Joey Zellen. Lane 6 from Northfield, Jim Graham. Lane 7 from Rochester, William Truskowski. And lane 8 from North Suburban, Danny Bai. A final. Well, both Rohan's seed time and his prelim time under the juniors cut. Joey Zellen want to make a race of it. 25.5 for Rohan, 25.7 for Joey. 25.7 is what Rohan was out at the 50 this morning. And Rohan 54.61, Joey 55.38, Mason Krings for third, 56.29. All three of those boys under the futures cut, obviously. Here are the top 8 finishers, our medalists in the girls 100 breaststroke. In 8th place, Amira Wynn Inglesby, Edina. 7th, Lilia Roberts, Foxjets. 6th, Audrey Saris, Riptide. 5th, Delaney Nilius, North Star. 4th, Mary Miller of Blackline. 3rd, Megan Listy, Aquajets. 2nd, Aspen Schieffer, of the Storm, and our 2026 state champion with a winning time of 103.95 from the Southeast Metro Sharks, Logan Haverman. Our next event is the girls' 100-yard butterfly. C final. In lane 1, Isabel Koch, St. Croix. Lane 2, her teammate Olivia McClintock. Lane 3, Corinna Ton of Rochester. Lane 4, Sofia Kovalenko, Riptide. Lane 5, Claire Christensen, St. Croix. Lane 6, Soph Berg, Minnetonka. Lane 7, Maddie Hetland of Hurricanes. And lane 8, Gwyneth McLaughlin, Aquajets. Maddie Hetland in the pink cap over in lane 7. And Maddie with a nice 57.68. B final. Our B finalists in lane 1, Sarah Hurley, Aquajets. Lane 2, Maddie Parent, Storm. Lane 3, Marion Callwait of Riptide. Lane 4, Macy Malinsky, Aquajets. 5, Bella Johnson, Mako. Lane 6, Julia Anderson, St. Croix. Lane 7, Maddie Mullen of Blackline. And lane 8, Aaliyah Lewick of the Men Flyers. And Julia Anderson of St. Croix. A nice 56.80. And now here are the A finalists. In lane 1 from Minnetonka, Brooke Olson. Lane 2. She won this event at the AA high school meet, Rochester's Julia Ogren. In lane 3 from Aquajets, our top returner, Grayson Andreen. Lane 4 from Storm, Peyton Hultgren. Lane 5, the defending champion from Storm, Lexi Tippy. Lane 6, South Metro Storm, Janessa Sentiers. Lane 7 from Sems, Logan Haverman. And in lane 8 from Minnetonka, Annika Graham. A final. A loaded field that includes our 200 free champ, our 100 breaststroke champ. And leading at the 50, she already has a junior cut This is Julia Ogren out in 25:44. Julia cruised in the prelims, and she is getting after it here in the final. And a 53.88 for Julia. That's just 6/100ths of a second off of her lifetime best. And a nice swim. Here are your medalists in the boys' 100-yard breaststroke. In 8th, William Truskowski, Rochester. 7th, Danny By, North Suburban. 6th, Jim Graham, Northfield. 5th, Wesley Anderson of Tuna. 4th, Andy Watzek, Alexandria. 3rd, Mason Krings, Tuna. 2nd, Joey Zellen of Lake Superior. And your 2026 state champ with a 54.61 tonight from Aquajets, Rohan D'Souza Larson. Ready now for the boys' 100-yard butterfly. C final. Lane 1, Josh Weider, Minnetonka. Lane 2, Gabe Lenzen of Riptide. Lane 3, Reese Hansen, Alexandria. Lane 4, Isaiah Jacob, Aquajets. Lane 5, Cam Seach of Velocity. Lane 6, Henry Fink, North Star. Lane 7, Andrew Linden of Rochester. And lane 8, Ty Preisler of Central Minnesota. And Isaiah Jacob drops a 52.3. B final. In lane 1, Benno Schubauer, North Suburban. Lane 2, Bryson Haugus, West Express. In 3, Thomas Foss, Riptide. Lane 4, Joey Zellen, Lake Superior. Lane 5, William Finicani Tuccio, Minnetonka. Lane 6, Peyton McGuire, Aquajets. Lane 7, Rogan Ellis, North Suburban. And lane 8, Micah DeBelts of Riptide. And William Finicani Tuccio taken off. William from Minnetonka. And a 48.74. Big time drop from this morning and a futures cut. Not that far from juniors. And now here are our A finalists swimming in lane 1. From Edina, Joe Hemberger. Lane 2, Aquajets Rohan D'Souza Larson. Lane 3, Rochester's William Truskowski. In lane 4, North Suburban Lucas McGann. In lane 5, high school All-American from Storm, Owen Baudette. Lane 6 from Tuna, Mason Krings. Lane 7, Minnetonka's Ben Jobs. And lane 8 from Aquajets, Ballard Brazil. A final. For some of these swimmers, this is 2 or even 3 events in the space of 50 minutes. And Lucas McGann looking strong on the way out, 22:70 at the 50. And we'll see if Lucas can make it 2 golds today. And there it is, a 48:78. Not quite that junior's cut, but a terrific swim. Here are the medalists, ladies and gentlemen, in the girls 100 butterfly. Finishing 8th, Annika Graham, Minnetonka. 7th, Janessa Centers, Storm. 6th, Grayson Andreen, Aquajets. 5th, Brooke Olson, Minnetonka. 4th, Lexi Tippy, Storm. In 3rd, Logan Haverman, Sems. 2nd, Peyton Hultgren of Storm, and our 2026 state champion with a sweet 53.88 from Rochester, Julia Ogren. And we are ready now for the girls 400-yard individual medley. C final. In lane 1, Emma Demlo of Riptide. Lane 2, Lexi Johnson of Tuna. Lane 3, Sofia Kovalenko, Riptide. Lane 4, Mia Seidel, Southeast Metro Sharks, or SEMS as we call them. In lane 5, Samantha Graves, Riptide. Lane 6, Paige Krings, Tuna. Lane 7, Vivian Lenzen, Riptide. And lane 8, Megan Greenberg of Edina. And a fun race here between Samantha Graves in 5, Mia Seidel in 4. And Samantha with a nice 4:36. B final. In lane 1, Huizhu Kim of Fox Jets. Lane 2, Gracie Mork, Great Wolf. Lane 3, Lily Sisson, Riptide. Lane 4, Kayla Haycraft, Aqua Jets. Lane 5, Audrey Saris, Riptide. Lane 6, Brooke Olson, Minnetonka. Lane 7, Liz Gabler, Edina. And lane 8, Gwyneth McLaughlin, Aqua Jets. Grace Mork in lane 2, Great Wolf. A really nice first half. And now the breaststrokers beginning to make their move here. Audrey Saris, really quick 37.8, first breaststroke split. And Audrey follows it up with another really nice 37.5. Audrey came back in a 104. Our top qualifier in the heat, Kayla Haycraft, was back in a 101. But that's quite a distance to make up. Liz Gabler in second in the heat right now. But it looks like Audrey, the 2:31, a nice time drop from this morning. And now here are the A finalists in the 400 IM, swimming in lane 1. From Sims, Addison Forshee. Lane 2, North Suburban Ellie Bina. In lane 3, our top returner from Aquajet, Sarah Hurley. Lane 4, just aged into the age group, Riptide's Chandler Offerman. Lane 5 from Great Wolf, also just aged into this event, Kaya Casey. Lane 6, Edina Josepha Moody. And in lane 7, our second top returner from last year, Riptide's Caroline Mulrooney. And in lane 8, from Riptide, Madeline Jenin. A final. After the butterfly, Chandler, very nice, 58.9 butterfly leg. She was 60.3 this morning, so she's well ahead of her qualifying pace. She won a 4:27 this morning, 3 seconds under the futures cut. Almost 2 seconds ahead of her morning pace. And Chandler trying to do a horizon job on the rest of the field here. Although Ellie Bina holding her own in the breaststroke. Remember, Ellie is our 1,000 freestyle champion and had a monster leg on the end of the North Suburban 800 free relay in that same night. It would behoove Chandler to have as much of a lead as she can going into the freestyle. Chandler was at 103 this morning, but we don't know how hard that might have been. Chandler with a 4-second lead over Ellie. And it is now a 2.4-second lead. And Chandler hanging really tough. Yeah, nice last 100. Ellie as well. Chandler 426.2. Ellie with the futures cut of 428.06. And a futures cut for Kaya Casey of Great Wolf in lane 5. Here are the medalists in the boys 100 butterfly. In 8th, Mason Krings of Tuna. 7th, Ballard Brazil, Aquajets. 6th, Rohan D'Souza Larson, Aquajets. 5th, William Truskowski, Rochester. 4th, Ben Jobs, Minnetonka. 3rd, Joe Hemberger, Edina. 2nd, Owen Baudet of Storm. And our 2026 state champion in the 100 fly with a winning time of 48.78 from North Suburban, Lucas McGann. We are ready now for the boys 400-yard individual medley. B final. We have just 2 heats of finals in the boys 400 IM, and then we will proceed on to the girls 200-yard freestyle relay. Then the boys free relay. Then we have a heat of girls and a heat of boys 500. And then we are on to our time trials. And then you are home to bed. Best backstroke split on the board belongs to Nick Herner as he splits a 32 and takes the lead. Sneaking up here in lane 1, Fox Jets Evan Ebert. And he turns just a little bit ahead of Nick. And suddenly things got very close here as the breaststrokers in the middle of the pool assert themselves. Alex Frencha in lane 3, really popping along. He's going to have a nice breaststroke split and set himself up for maybe a low 421 or 2. Alex came back in a 102.3 this morning. He's going to have to keep an eye on Tyler Huckren of Storm, who is motoring pretty good over in lane 5. Nick Herner on the move in lane 6. But at the flags, it's Alex. And a strong finish for Alex. And a 421.33. Nice 6-second drop for Alex. And now, the A finalists in the boys 4IM. Lane 1, Minnetonka Alan Bertelson. Lane 2, Rochester Jasper Barone. In 3, from Velocity, Sam Swanson. In 4, from Central Minnesota, our top returner, Charlie Bobek. In lane 5, from Minnetonka, Morgan Sims. 6, from Great Wolf, Kipton Helmerick. Lane 7, Minnetonka's Aiden Larson. And in lane 8, from Riptide, Wes Knapp. A final. Charlie Bobek comes in with a futures cut already, which he repeated in the prelims. That cut is a 406.99. Charlie was third in this event last year, out in a 54.3. About a half a second slower than he was in the prelims. Charlie looking plenty relaxed, but his splits are faster than the prelim swim after a more relaxed fly. His backstroke a little bit quicker. Charlie's breaststroke was really a nice standout leg this morning. He was a 108.3 with a 33.8 and a 34.5. There's a 33.4. About a half a second faster than his prelim pace. It kind of looked like he made a run at a PR this morning. He was only a second off of his lifetime best. And he is now about a second and a half faster than prelim pace, and he came back this morning in a 58.4. $29.1. Very much on pace for a PR. His lifetime best of 4:03.66. And a nice 4:01.46. Very nice swim. Lifetime PR for Charlie Baubeck. Here are the medalists. We'll get everybody to the wall. Our medalists in the girls 400 IM. Finishing 8th, Sarah Hurley, Aquajets. 7th, Josefa Modi, Edina. 6th, Addison Forshee, Sems. 5th, Madeline Jenin, Riptide. 4th, Caroline Mulrooney, Riptide. 3rd, Kaya Casey of Great Wolf. 2nd, Ellie Bina, North Suburban. And our state champion in the 400 IM, the winning time of 4:26.26 from Riptide, Chandler Offerman. We now move on to the girls 200-yard freestyle relay time final. Heat 1. In lane 3, Tuna B with Rita, Vidika, Mia, and Jaya. Lane 4, Granite City A with Lauren, Macy, Adlin, and Anya. Lane 5, Sams B with Evelyn, Malia, Maya, and Carrie. Lane 6, Monticello A with Cora, Maddie, Piper, and Abby. And Granite City and Sam's dueling. Sam's pulling away. That's Carrie Brown. Ooh, and an extra stroke. May have cost her a 24. Heat 2. In lane 1, Fox Jets B with Huiju, Rachel, Olivia, and Sydney. Lane 2, Great Wolf A with Kara, Gracie, Kylie, and Kaya. Lane 3, Central Minnesota B with Braylon, Ariana, Mara, and Kaya. Lane 4, Lake Superior A with Eleanor, Kendra, Anna, and Bella. Lane 6, Velocity A with Ainsley, Ella, Ruthie, and Lola. Lane 7, Hurricanes B with Olivia, Reese, Brecklin, and Lily. And lane 8, the Men Flyers A with Aaliyah, Sophie, Hannah, and Layla. Nice 20-4-9 by Kendra Cush of Lake Superior. And Lake Superior drops another 24-6 into the mix and a 140.27. And now Heat 3. In lane 1, Rochester B with Jayen, Corinna, Elise, and Hallie. Lane 2, Fox Jets A with Tanya, Lilia, Laney, and Mercy. Lane 3, Minnetonka B with Rebecca, Brooke, Keely, and Alice. Lane 4, West Express A with Olivia, Sophie, Haley, and Ava. Lane 5, Mako A with Claire, Maggie, Aubrey, Bella. Lane 6, North Star A with Delaney, Sylvie, Lydia, and Whitney. Lane 7, St. Croix B with Alena, Isabel, Ruby, and Gabby. And lane 8, Mantas A with Kate, Britton, Emma, and Jordan. Fox Jets and Minnetonka are leaders with a 50 to go. Oh, and close ones. Fox Jets. Second is St. Croix B, way over in lane 7. Heat 4. In lane 1, Sims A with Logan, Iris, Olivia, and Addison. Lane 2, Blackline A with Maddie, Anna, Mary, and Mia. Lane 3, South Metro Storm B with Maddie, Carolyn, Adri, and Taylor. Lane 4, North Suburban A with Abby, Audrey, Kaylee, and Ellie. Lane 5, Hurricanes A with Evie, Maddie, Anna, and Molly. Lane 6, Central Minnesota A with Izzy, Kate, McKenna, and Avery. Lane 7, Edina A with Liz, Megan, Ellen, and Sophie. Lane 8, Aquajets B with Kaylee, Mackenzie, Isabel, and Brooke. Sims and Blackline in the lead. And a tight one, Sims and Hurricanes with Central Minnesota sneaking in between. Heat 5. Lane 1, Tuna A with Lexi, Sierra, Lucia, and Maya. Lane 2, Riptide A with Marion, Madeline, Lila, and Vivian. Lane 3, Rochester A with Chloe, Penny, Maddie, and Julia. Lane 4, South Metro Storm A with Peyton, Lexi, Janessa, and Greta. Lane 5, Aquajets A with Megan, Vivian, Emma, and Macy. Lane 6, Minnetonka A with Annika, Bree, Sophia, and Audrey. Lane 7, St. Croix A with Lucy, Emma, Claire, and Olivia. In Lane 8, Riptide B with Lily, Audrey, Isla, and Amy. First in the water is Storm. Nice 23.69 for Lexi Tippy. $23.8 for Janessa Centiers, and Storm will drop anchor with Greta Marcotte. And Greta hangs on. 135.68 for Storm. Julia Ogren with a really sweet 22.61 to anchor for Rochester for second place. Here are the medalists in the boys 400 IM. In 8th place, Alan Bertelson, Minnetonka. 7th, Wes Knapp of Riptide. 6th, Aiden Larson, Minnetonka. 5th, Sam Swanson, Velocity. 4th, Kipton Helmrich, Great Wolf. 3rd, Jasper Barone, Rochester. 2nd, Morgan Sims of Minnetonka. And our 2026 state champ in the 400-yard individual medley with a winning time of 4:01.46 from Central Minnesota, Charlie Bobek. We are ready now for the boys 200 freestyle relay with 5 heats. Heat 1, time final. In lane 1, Wilmer A with Levi, Abram, Manny, and Samuel. Lane 2, Rochester B with James, Jasper, Blake, and Liam. Lane 3, Velocity B with Luke, Nicholas, Mark, and Wyatt. Lane 4, Hurricanes B with Hudson, Thomas, Finn, and Axel. Lane 5, St. Croix B with Lucian, Alex, Avery, and Paolo. Lane 6, Red Dragon A with Lucas, Gavin, Patrick, and Matthew. Lane 7, Hastings A with Jacob, James, Oscar, and Ben. Lane 8, Metro Marlins A with Luke, Hunter, Henry, and Davis. Hurricanes and St. Croix take off together. Hurricanes will anchor with Axel Smith. St. Croix puts Paula Del Ana in the water. And Axel pulling away. $22.38 for Axel. Heat 2. In lane 1 is Great Wolf A with Zach, Vincent, Joshua, and Kipton. Lane 2, Storm B with Kellen, Ethan, Alex, and Oliver. Lane 3, Hurricanes A with Luca, Carter, Jacob, and Tristan. Lane 4, Blackline A with Ruslan, Louis, Brad, and Liam. Lane 5, Aquajets B with Isaiah, Tim, Dan, and Broden. Lane 6, Min Flyers A with Justin, Leaf, Isaiah, and Eddie. And lane 7 is North Star B with Wyatt, Soren, Jared, and Henry. And Great Wolf sneaking in on the outside. 1:28:39, that's the time to beat. Heat 3. In lane 2 is West Express B with Alex, Moultrie, Aiden, and Andon. In lane 3, Northfield A with Jacob, Jim, Logan, and Lucas. Lane 4, Alexandria A with Gavin, Landon, Reese, and Andy. Lane 5, Mako A with Owen, Kent, Maddox, and Grant. Lane 6, Sams B with Colton, Noah, Ethan, and Shaub. Lane 8, Riptide B with Micah, Wes, Mackenzie, and Nolan. And West Express hanging in there. They drop another 22. But it's tightening up a little bit. Andy Wasek of Alex looking good, and it is Alex by a whisker. Great Wolf still with the time to beat. Heat 4. In lane 2, Rochester A with Andrew, Miko, William, and Gabe. Lane 3, Sems A with Finn, Andrew, Teo, and Alexander. Lane 4, Velocity A with Michael, Cam, Henry, and Sam. Lane 5, Storm A with Charlie, Luke, Parker, and Owen. Lane 6, Minnetonka B with Will, Camden, Alex, and Morgan. Lane 7, St. Croix A with Parker, Ben, Pascal, and Grant. In lane 8, Central Minnesota with B with Alex, Xavier, Jack, and Ty. And flashing out in front, this is Minnetonka. They will anchor with Morgan Sims after a 21-6 from Alex Korolev. And a monster 20.58 on the end of the storm relay. Not quite enough to catch Minnetonka. Heat 5. Lane 1, West Express A with Sam, Bryson, Joey, and Ethan. Lane 2, Riptide A with Aiden, Oliver, Thomas, and Gabe. Lane 3, North Suburban A with Isaac, Lucas, Rogan, and Danny. Our top seed, Lake Superior A with Ryan Zellen, Tyler Zellen, Will Zellen, and Joey Zellen. Lane 5, Minnetonka A with William, Bricks, Cole, and Ben. Lane 6, Aqua Jets A with Ballard, Rohan, Alex, and Payton. Lane 7, Central Minnesota with Tommy, Sawyer, Hayden, and Charlie. And lane 8, Tuna A with Brady, Wesley, Mason, and Dante. Tyler Zellen just threw down a 19 change. 20.4 for Will Zellen. Now in the water, Joey Zellen. And there will be no catching the Zellen family. Although Ben Jobs giving it a try. 21 flat for Joey. And a state championship for Lake Superior. Here are the results of the girls 200 freestyle relay. Finishing in 8th is Sims A with Logan, Iris, Olivia, and Addison. 7th, Central Minnesota A with Izzy, Kate, McKenna, and Avery. 6th, Blackline A with Maddie, Anna, Mary, and Mia. 5th, St. Croix A with Lucy, Emma, Claire, and Olivia. In 4th place, Minnetonka A with Annika, Bree, Sophia, and Aubrey. Lane 3, Aqua Jets A with Megan, Vivian, Emma, and Macy. 2nd, Rochester A with Chloe, Penny, Maddie, and Julia. And our 2026 state champions with a winning time of 135.68. The team of Peyton Holtgren, Lexi Tippy, Janessa Centers, and Greta Marcotte from the South Metro Storm. Our next event is the girls 500-yard freestyle. Heat 2, time final. Heat 1 was swum at the end of the prelim session, so this is Heat 2. In lane 1 from Storm, Adri Salander. Lane 2 from Riptide, Maddie Wenzel. Lane 3 from St. Croix, Josie McDonald. In 4 from Storm, Taylor Hintz. Lane 5 from Foxjets, Lainey Hendrickson. Lane 6 from Storm, Teresa Anderson. And lane 7 from Aquajets, Izzy Klausman. Here are the results of the boys 200 free relay. In 8th, Riptide A with Aiden, Oliver, Thomas, and Gabe. In 7th, Storm A with Charlie, Luke, Parker, and Owen. In 6th, Central Minnesota A with Tommy, Sawyer, Hayden, and Charlie. In 5th, Minnetonka B with Will, Camden, Alex, and Morgan. In 4th, Aquajets A with Ballard, Rohan, Alex, and Payton. In 3rd, North Suburban A with Isaac, Lucas, Rogan, and Danny. In 2nd, Minnetonka A with William, Bricks, Cole, and Ben. And in first place with a winning time of 1:21.51, the team of Ryan Zellen, Tyler Zellen, Will Zellen, and Joey Zellen from Lake Superior Swim Club. We will follow these 2 heats with 3 heats of time trials. And the bell in a very, very close one between St. Croix's Josie McDonald in 3 and Taylor Hintz of Storm in 4. And a 5:06 for Taylor Hintz. Next up, the boys 500-yard freestyle time final. And a boys 500 freestyle time final, or time trial. Heat 2. Swimming in lane 1, and this is a time trial swim. From Velocity, Nicholas Grotbo. In lane 2, from the Metro Marlins, Hunter Ratfield. In lane 3, from Minnetonka, Morgan Sims. Lane 4, from Minnetonka, Will Jabs. Lane 5, from Minnetonka, Drew Rell. Lane 6, from Rochester, Liam Oswald. And in lane 7, from the South Metro Storm, Nick Fitzgerald. And a reminder of our schedule tomorrow. The pool will open for warm-ups at 8 a.m. with time final events starting at 9. We will swim Saturday's events in time trial fashion at 9 a.m. Then at approximately 1:15, we will swim the 1650, all but the fastest seeded heat of the girls and boys. And then with a 4:15 warm-up, we will begin a session at 5:15 and swim the Sunday event order, all time finals. So once again, 8 a.m. warm-up, and then Saturday's events all as time finals. Then the miles in the middle of the afternoon, and then in the evening started approximately 5:15, the Sunday order of events swum as time finals. And here comes Will. 439, 440 for Drew. And a 445 for Morgan. And Hunter headed down to enjoy the distance swimmer's favorite color. And Hunter's going to have himself a PR by a bunch here. And there it is. 17-second PR for Hunter. And now time trials. Our first heat is 50s of different strokes. Swimming backstroke in lane 2, William Truskowski. Swimming butterfly in lane 4, Calvin Smith. And swimming freestyle in lane 6, Mason Sowell. And lane 7, Alice Bender. Happy birthday, Alice. He won. And Mason Sawa, 20.8. 23.28 for William Truskowski. Our next heat is a 100-yard breaststroke. Lane 4 is Mia Dengoski. Heat 2. And Mia with a 107.56. And our final time trial is a heat of 200-yard backstroke. Heat 1. In lane 4, from Hurricanes, Reese Duffy. Lane 5 from Fox Jets, Zach Macbeth. And Zach 57.7. And Reese 219.09. And that concludes our session. We appreciate everybody's patience and cooperation in making this session go quickly so we can get everybody home and resting. Don't forget,